Hey guys, Kate Reseller here, back at you with another sourcing video. This is the Flea Across Florida event. Y'all saw those little guys right there. Those were dream pets, I believe is what they were called. That's the main thing I pick up at this sale. But it's just various. I'll show them in the summary in a second. But this is one of the first stops I have for the Flea Across Florida event. This was Angie Resell's friend, if y'all know who Angie Resells is. So most of the stuff she'd already gotten there and gotten. I think she said she spent like $200 or $300 there. So she got a lot of the stuff. I think they just put out those dream pets or something. So she probably missed those because of that. But those did cost, I think $750 is what I paid for those. Also picked up two little Cars figures that I'll show in the summary as well. I think I picked up one or two other items, but I don't show it in the video or talk about it in the summary. But this is what they had at the sale. There were some blow molds there. I think y'all might have seen them. They're to the right up there. I didn't pick those up because this is one of the first stops, and I didn't want to fill up my car. I think I brought the Camaro this time because I didn't want to fill it up with too much stuff. I didn't want to put the miles on the Mazda again. I want to take the Mazda up to Highway 127 if I go to that this year. So I was trying to conserve the miles. But here in a second, I'm going to show you the summary of what I picked up and what I think they're worth. The Dream Pets are not crazy amounts. The Mario, I debated the Mario plush y'all saw there. I didn't pick them up though. There's the two cars. You'll see those in a second again whenever I talk about them right now. So this is one of the first sales I go to. I do find some decent items at this sale. None of them have sold yet because I actually haven't listed them yet. These two little cars are from Disney movie Cars. Probably the first one I've had to guess, Lightning McQueen and the Fabulous Lightning McQueen. This is whenever he switches to the Dynaco pattern or sponsorship, I guess you could call it that. Even though he doesn't actually switch to it, he stays with Rusty's the whole time. Also found these little dream pets at this one. Some of these aren't in the greatest condition. You can see right there, I think, that there's a little hole in that one. But this was a sale, as I said in the voiceover, that Angie had already been to. Angie Resells. This was her friend. So Angie had already been to this one and picked up most of the stuff. I think Angie said she spent like $200 or $300 maybe at this sale. So if I'd gotten there first, if I'd known that was the one, maybe I could have gotten some of that stuff. But these little dream pets, this is like a little turtle. I think I paid $750 for all these. That's a little kitty cat. I need to go ahead and start listing these. This one still has the tag, so maybe it's worth a little bit more. And I don't see any specific damage on that one, but you can see right there, it's like they're made by Dakin Dream Pets. What else we got in here? It's fun to look. That's like a little hippo. I think that's a lion. Would y'all sell these as a lot or individually? What would y'all do with these? There's an octopus. A little donkey. None of these are super valuable from what my research showed. I think some of the valuable ones are like the reindeer and ones like that. I don't think I have any of those. But there's a dog, a cow. But overall, pretty good. There's a little surfing or a surfboard, I guess, dog. Huh? I don't know. For $750 though, I'm pretty sure y'all would have picked them up as well. But these are all the ones. These like a wiener dog. And that does have some holes in it. You can see the holes in it. But that was the first stop for the Flea Across Florida. The first one I'm going to show y'all, at least. I stopped at other ones, but this is the first one I actually filmed at. So that's the first stop. Flea Across Florida was decent. Not really that great of stuff, but I did find some stuff, and I'll show that in the next couple clips. This was the next sale I went to. Find the security camera system, Freddy. I'll talk about it more in the summary. And the Philadelphia Phillies little guy. I'm not sure what player that was now. Mark Martin caught my eye for a second. I wanted to buy it, but I think they were asking too much, or I'm not sure what the reasoning was, but I didn't buy that. And then they also had some other stuff, the little keyboard. Sometimes that's worth it, but shipping that would not be fun for me. There's Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart. Boo. Both of those drivers. Not a fan of either one of them. And that wasn't worth too much. This was a storage unit people, just like me. They buy storage units and then flip it. As I'm saying this, my garage sale is coming up this weekend. So if you're in Baton Rouge and you're watching this video before Friday or Saturday, come out. Buy some stuff. But yeah, the security system was decent. I didn't find any exact comps on it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any exact, but I'll talk about that more in the summary. A bunch of tools and other stuff, just none of it appealed to me. None of it looked like the valuable. It wasn't sealed, which is hard to know because then you can't test it. Here's the summary. So at stop number 2, the main thing I picked up was this Freddy security camera system. I haven't been able to find any information on this really anywhere. It looks like it came from Amazon. The people that had this sale were storage unit people, just like me, and they got rid of a lot of the storage unit stuff in this Flea Across Florida event. Flea Across Florida is twice a year, so I think another one's coming up in the fall sometime. So if you want to go to it, you should definitely go to it. maybe not do the. I did from Pensacola over to like Lake. I don't know where I went. I didn't go to Lake City. Lake City was really far. I didn't. I went like an hour or two away from Pensacola, and maybe next time I would start in the middle more and go towards Jacksonville and try that area because Jacksonville, could have its own estate, have its own garage sales. But I did have a spot to stay for free, which was my main motivation for doing that. But anyways, these little Freddy security systems. See the hookups there. I think there was three. There's three of these in there and the base as well. So for $35, which I think what I paid for it, I can't really go wrong there. I think it'll probably sell for over $100. I just need to get around to doing a little bit more research on it and getting it listed and then see what happens with it. But yeah, all different kinds of accessories in there. Here's the big box with everything in there. But yeah, that's it for that stop. Also picked up that little bobblehead, not really bobblehead, but statue that I think it came from a Phillies game or something. They were Phillies fans. You saw the NASCAR stuff. I almost wanted to buy the NASCAR stuff, but it was too expensive for me. But this was the one thing along with the statue. Statue is listed for like 20 or 25 bucks. It'll sell eventually. I think I only paid $1 for it. So on to the next sale. This sale probably had some of my better pickups for this video. First thing you're going to see is Ultraman. I think that's who that is. Little plush action figure thing for $2. There's a decent amount of plush at this sale. I think they were all like $1 or $2, and I didn't see any that appealed to me other than the Ultraman. There were some decent board games here. I probably should have looked up more of them, but I think this is getting towards the end of the day, and I think I was just getting tired and ready to go home. But I did find some decent stuff actually at it. I'm not sure if I'm going to show them or not, but I find some Super Y action figures. That actually, Maldar, I can't remember that guy's name, but that guy actually sold already. I forgot he sold. I forgot I even got him. I forgot about that in the summary. I already did the summary before I filmed the voiceover part, but that little guy's worth 40 to 50 bucks. And I sold the parts for like 20. There was one full figure and then some parts as well. But yeah, that guy was actually worth some pretty good money. This was probably the best sale I went to in this video for the Flea Across Florida event actually, because the Super Y I'm going to show it in a second. I think there's some, y'all see the Star Wars there. It was basically a dig and find, which I love, dig and find stuff. That may have been worth it, but I did pass on it. I didn't pick that up. But I'm basically going through all these bags of stuff. I can't remember what I show here, but I know I showed the Star Wars at one point. Was that Star Wars? I think I was a troll, actually. Shout out Jesse Shops. I think I was a troll. I didn't pick up the troll, though. They also had Barbies and other stuff, but I don't pick up any Barbies. I don't pick up any clothes. Clothes just doesn't appeal to me unless it's, some kind of specific special brand or something. Those are more stuffed animals. None of them worth any money. I do pick up that blackout transformer guy. I think I paid $2 for each one of these little figures I picked up. He's worth probably 40 to 50 bucks if I had to guess. The grab bags of cars, I probably should have gotten those. You just never know sometimes. There's a Star Wars. Jar Jar Binks. No one likes Jar Jar Binks. So I did actually look that up and put it back. I don't think it was worth anything if my memory serves correctly. But yeah, so keep looking. There's Darth Maul, a little one-person action figure. Here's a summary. This next sale had one of the items that's actually sold so far. This little Wonder Red figure right here from Super Y. So on both of the last couple trips I went on, including Peaches to Beaches and Flea Across Florida, I found some Super Y stuff. Y'all saw me find all those little, action figure playsets at Peaches to Beaches. And then this Super Y sold for $48, I think, $44.99 plus $4 shipping for Wonder Red. I also have another one listed for like $20. I also found the Transformers figure and a couple other, the Ultraman, I think was the little plush. So I found a decent amount of items at this one. They were all like $1 or $2 each. It was just a random one along the road. I was driving down to my next sale. I usually for these kind of yard sale extravaganza events, I'll plug in a couple of different addresses as I go. And then if I see a sale, I'll stop. Or see a sign that leads to a sale, I'll stop and hit those along the way to that next sale. So far from that one, I probably spent around $8 to $10. Already made already made $20 or $30, and everything else is just profit at this point for that sale. So yeah, on to the next one. This is another sale just along the road. Found Oneida. Love selling Oneida. If I can find big sets of it like that, and they only ask $3 or $5 for it, definitely going to pick them up. So that's what happened there. I'm going to show y'all some clothing and other stuff at this one. I do debate some of the stuff that they had at this one. It was actually pretty good prices. They were just trying to get rid of it. I'm not sure what they were trying to do exactly. They didn't sound like they bought storage units, so I'm not sure if it's just an accumulation of stuff over time or what. But yeah, the Oneida, debate that backpack as well. Looked it up. Wasn't worth picking it up, but it did have some decent sales actually. Decent sell-through rate, but the profit wasn't there for it, for me to pay what they were asking at least. There was this one set up like 3 different people, different sections. The guy was trying to get me to buy his stuff, but none of it looked that great, and his prices weren't the best either. The hat, I don't know if I looked it up or not, but that hat was probably worth picking up. I do look at the controller as well. I passed on the controller. The comps just weren't there for that one either. But here's a bunch of clothing and other stuff. I don't pick any of it up on this day. The furniture is just not appealing to me. No, I said I was in the Camaro for this sale. This has been a long time ago. This is probably a month or two ago. This is like a week or two after Peaches to Beaches. So I went to Peaches to Beaches, went home, and went back to Florida for this, which is why I didn't bring the Mazda for the second time. But I do pick up another set of silverware as well. Totally Today is the brand. Here's the summary. At this sale, I'll pick up some of my favorite stuff to pick up. It's always silverware or dinnerware, whatever you want to call it, flatware. The first group of them is Oneida. It's actually not worth as much as I thought, maybe $50 to $60, but I only paid like $2 or $3 for the whole set of each one. Along with those white handle ones, it's Totally Today is the brand. There was a different color one that's sold for like $40, but mine's more complete. So I'm guessing for that one I'm gonna get $50 to $60 as well. And like I said, only spent $2 or $3 on each one of those. So not bad there for some big. That was another one that was along the side of the road, which is surprising because usually those aren't that great because it's the ones that people stop at the most. So you would think someone else would have already stopped and picked all that stuff up, but you just never know what people are looking for when you go to those kind of sales. But yeah, that's my tip of the day is if you see big groups of sets and you can see Oneida written anywhere on it, you should be picking it up, especially if it's $2 or $3, because Oneida is one of the best brands to pick up. I've always had great luck selling Oneida. On the next clip. This is the first sale of day 2. That little, I guess, koozie is what it was for Coke cans or something like that, and the elephant. Those are the 2 items I pick up at this sale. As you can see, plush are $2 there. The elephant was kind of worth it. Sells for around $20 to $30, somewhere in that range, I think, for the elephant. Backpacks and other stuff. This is like a community sale. It technically wasn't at Flea Across Florida. It was south of Flea Across Florida, more like Navarre area. But I was staying in Gulf Breeze with a friend there, so wasn't that far of a drive. I went to 1 or 2 sales before this. I don't think I actually filmed at them, but I found some really nice Harley Davidson, like photo frame bald eagle stuff. Those were probably the best find of the second day of Flea Across Florida, because I didn't find much at this sale, just the elephant and the little, whatever you call that. I did look at the Christmas stuff. This day, none of this Christmas stuff appealed to me. I could have maybe made an offer on all that, but it didn't. None of it looked like it was that great of stuff, so that's why I passed on it. That little guy looks cool as well, maybe for the booth that I share, but I'd have to wait until Christmas to put it out because it's not going to sell off season in the booth. But on eBay, some stuff like that can sell, but usually if you're doing a booth, it can't. Here is the summary of what stuff I found. So this is day 2 of Flea Across Florida. I find a couple items. Y'all saw the little Joe Camel, I think is what that is. Some kind of cigarette branded, I guess it's koozie kind of thing for a can. That's probably worth 15 to 20. I haven't listed it yet. The other one I did list, that little royal blue elephant. Hasn't sold yet, but it's one of the TY Pluffies. It's probably also worth $20 to $25. The Pluffies can be very good to pick up sometimes. Some of them are worth a lot of money. But in general, I've made at least $15 to $20 on each one I've tried to sell in the past. So if you see the little TY Pluffies, and usually it's the tag will say Pluffies on it, obviously, but the butt tag will be bigger and have a heart on it. Sometimes that's also the Beanie Buddies, but the Pluffies have like TY Lux, I think, on it or something like that. But you can always Google Lens it, and Google Lens will tell you as well. That's an app you can use on your phone. So that's it for that sale. Probably $20 to $30 profit when you consider everything, because that one wasn't that great, but it was something I could at least show y'all in the clip and try and make a Flea Across Florida video. I think I got 2 or 3 clips left. Next one's actually an estate sale, and we'll see what I find there. This estate sale had some of everything. What in the world are those things? I have no idea. This lady collected a lot of stuff. As you can see, it's $45 as well, so I passed on that. I do pick up the Olympus tape recorder. I think that was at least 50% off, so it's only $4. Not too bad on the price there. I think the other ones would have been 50% off as well, so it would have been like $22.50 instead of $45. Also pick up some Oneida here as well. I negotiated a little bit more than 50% off for that, but I don't show it in the video. But, that's random stuff there. I don't know. I couldn't really find a way to look up comps for it, so I definitely didn't pick it up. I wasn't paying that much. If it's a risk of like $5, maybe I would have taken it, but for $22, I can't take that risk for my business. Plus, I don't need inventory right now, really. I have so much stuff in my house that I need to try and go through. It's what I've been doing that lately, trying to get rid of some stuff. At least list it and get it listed and have it sell that way, at least with the squishmallows. I've tried to consolidate squishmallows. As you can see, if you've seen my what solds, you see Amazon's doing really well with what solds lately. I do pass on all this stuff as well. And in this clip, I'm going to show you some interesting stuff. These were like promo sample plush. The lady, I'll talk about this more in the summary, but the lady used to, I think she made these herself and then sent them off to manufacturers. So I debated on these. They weren't really budging on the price. They were asking like $5 or $10 for each one of these, I think is what they were asking. And they didn't really come down on the price at all when I tried to negotiate. So I wound up buying one or two. You saw it in the picture, the little alien looking guy. That's the one dude I do pick up. And I'm going to talk about it more here in the summary. So here's a summary of what I found, what I think it's worth, and showing y'all more in detail the one little plush that I found that was a sample. So this is actually the last clip from Flea Across Florida. So really I didn't find that much, did I? Found some tape recorders there. Some of them are worth decent money. The biggest thing there, I did find a more Oneida, which is good. I didn't show it in the clip, but I negotiated kind of with them. I think I got it for like $20 or $30, and it's worth probably $100 if I had to guess. I think that's what I listed it at. It's already listed, already put up somewhere. I don't even remember what pattern it was anymore. But the interesting items about that sale was all those plush y'all saw. Now, you think of me, like, I wanted to buy all those, but they weren't going to budge on the price of like $5 to $10 each at least. And I just didn't see any information that led me to want to buy all of those. I did buy one just to try it and just to see. And y'all saw, I think y'all saw it in the clip. This is the one I bought. What do y'all think about this guy? He's like an alien with 3 eyes. My first guess, the premise of this was this person made samples, I think that's what they said, sample, and this person sent it to Mattel or somewhere like that, and they would then approve the item and say we want to use that as our prototype or whatever. So it says like email hugfun1@hugfun.com. This lady actually made these, I believe, and then sent them in to manufacturers. So this one to me kind of looked like the Toy Story aliens, but then again, it doesn't really look like the Toy Story aliens. So I don't know what I would do with this. I haven't listed it yet. What would y'all do with this? And yes, that's the Roomba fussing. If y'all can hear the Roomba fussing, it's telling me that it's not working right now. So yeah, thank you, Roomba, for interrupting the video right at the end. And that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like. Oh, it has eyeballs on its hands too. That's just weird. It has 5 eyes. I mean, everybody called me 4 eyes and, you know, back in the day, but this guy's got 5 eyes. He needs some glasses, then it'll be 7 eyes. Well, 10 eyes if you put glasses on all of his eyes. Anyway, that's it for the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite item. Mine's gonna be this guy just because he's strange and cool. I think I paid $5 for him, I think. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching. He's watching you.